All right, let's see what else I got here. This is that piping that's used for, it snaps together, and then you can get all different kinds of accessories to snap onto. Actually, that's for different size. That's for the next size up. But the idea is this is great for distributing coolant. So here's a little thing that's got a whole bunch of little fine holes. Here's one branches into two. Here's a valve to turn it on and off. There's another style. And of course they got just straight nozzles. Forgot what they call this stuff. Adam. Oh, what the heck's his name? The guy from Mythbusters. He's got his own channel, and he did a series on where he actually used the larger version of this to make some like articulating mounts for his lights in his shop. The LED panels that he uses for filming. So that's another idea you can do apparently with these. Although what he ended up having to do was, even though the larger size is a little bit stiffer, it still wasn't quite stiff enough, so he ends up running, oh, what the heck is it? He buys spools of, I forgot what it's called, but it's basically, it's aluminum wire, thick aluminum wire, and he runs it through the inside here. So, it's a quick tip for you. A couple of little hold downs and little step blocks, just random. A boring bar. What do we got in here? Oh, nice little center drill sets. Missing a couple. Yeah, whatever. No biggie. I don't remember what's in here. It's R8. Oh, okay. Alright, it's an R8 facing mill that uses carbide inserts. This is nice. This is a 5C collet wrench. So these blades basically engage the collet. I think I have one of these. So I'll probably keep one and sell one. This seems like it might be nicer. It's got a big beefy aluminum handle on it with knurling. This appears to be a ring gauge. Oh, it's a mid-tutorial ring gauge. What size is this? This would be for checking your bore gauges. Setting ring. 39.993 millimeter. Wonderful. Mid-Toyo, Japan. I would not want to buy that new. ARES. Ars? Ars? I don't know. It's a funky special adjustable wrench. Might have to look that one up. Maybe this is some sort of a special collet wrench too. A portable refractometer. There was a time when I could tell you what this was for. Just a slab of aluminum. And then there were these 17-piece precision angle block sets. New. I don't know why it says new. Hardware factory store. Do not open, ready to ship. Okay. And what's in here are angle blocks. Each one of these is cut to a very precise angle. And for some reason they don't stay in place when it's closed, maybe? I don't know. That's weird, right? Why wouldn't this keep this closed? Alright, there's 17 in there, so that looks like a complete set. And I think this one is opened and well, they kind of stay in place. This one is, it's the same thing. Yeah, this one's missing some, so. Or is it? Let's see. So this one does have one that was removed for use, so we can see what it looks like. So there you go. So what you got is an angle in here, cut to a precise degree, and then somewhere on here, you would think they would take the time to mark it. Ah, I just didn't see it. It's right there. So that's the 20-degree one. All right, so I got 2 complete sets of these. These are kind of neat. I have some angle blocks, but not this style, so I might keep one of these for myself and sell the other one. Probably use this one as the display model so people can see what's inside these little wrappings here. Getting back to this R's wrench, these sell for 29 bucks, brand new, but they're not supposed to be this thin. This one was modified by somebody. I think what threw me off was the fact that they actually coated this, almost like with an oxide coating by the looks of it, I think. I don't know. But yeah, so they milled this down for a particular job. So I will put that with my tools for the rare occasion where I might find a time when I need to get into a thin location with an adjustable wrench. Next up, I bought these 3 tubing benders. You only see 2 here. I have one upstairs. I was at my office so I could get better photographs of it. Anyways, there were actually 5 of these there, but the other 2 were different brand names. And this was near the end. I had seen the prices that they had on these, and they were pretty high. And then when I was coming down near the end there, I still had some money left, so I decided to go back and make an offer on the set of these 3. These are Swagelok tubing benders, and these are very, very expensive new. I don't know why. I guess just like anything else, I guess Swagelok would be considered like the Cadillac of the Snap-on of tubing benders, maybe. I don't know. So these are 3 different sizes. This is the HTB8. So I got 3 sizes here. This is for 1/2 inch tubing. This is for 3/8 inch tubing, and then the smallest one, which I have upstairs, I think is for 1/4 inch tubing. I've seen like a set of 3 of these sell on eBay for like 800 bucks or something like that, or 900. I don't remember exactly, but it was really up there. And again, these are Swagelok tubing benders, and they appear to be in really good condition. There's a little bit of dirt and grunge on some of the handles, but nothing to suggest that they're not perfectly serviceable. Next up, we've got this massive live center. So the brand on this is Eagle Stars, which just sounds very import Chinese. RST number 5, so I'm thinking this is a number 5 Morse taper. R5462 it says on it. Well, that's interesting. There's a QR code stenciled right on this. Feels good. Doesn't look like it has any damage on it. Way too big for any of my lathes, so I'm going to definitely sell that. Just going to come up with a fair price for it. And then I don't even remember what's in this box. Oh, another one of these emergency call-outs. This one's never been used. So this is what these look like when you buy them. This is all just solid, and then the idea is that you turn this on the lathe. You basically open this up on the lathe to the size that you need to use it on. And sometimes guys will actually put steps in so they can use it later on multiple sizes. Alright, these last few items are all heavier items that I ended up putting together a deal and buying 4 of these items, these heavy items together in one lot, and then they threw in a bunch of free stuff. So let's start with what the 4 items were. First item is something that I actually did see in the advertisement. This is what I ended up initially cutting a deal on, getting an idea on the price and figuring that it was worth my while to drive out there. This is a Phase 2 5C indexer. So the way this works is you have a lever right here that when you pull this lever, and you pull down, I'm sorry, go up. You can hear it's clicking. It's advancing the rotation a certain amount of degrees, the same exact amount of degrees every time. What determines how many degrees this rotates every time you do that click is the setting of a series of little pins that are actually set by screwing in or out different little screws in the back here. Then this is a 5C, call it spindle, and this is a call it closer, just like you would have on a lathe that has a call it spindle. So what this allows you to do is this allows you to do a quick change type of situation, so you can put in one, do the operation, unlock it, take it out, put the next one in, lock it, and continue. The other thing this thing can do, which is nice, is that this is a horizontal vertical model. So it's made so that it can be mounted down to the table on the milling machine horizontally like so, or you can flip it up and mount it vertically like so. This surface is machined precisely to 90 degrees from the other surface. And the last thing that's kind of neat about this is that this is a spindle protector that you take off and exposes threads, so you can thread on a chuck to make this even more versatile. This one is a phase 2, so it's an import. Hardinge makes one of these, and they're pretty pricey. I've shown spin indexers, 5C spin indexers in the past on the page here, and those are also very versatile and they're cheaper. But once you've had one of these, it kind of makes the spin indexer obsolete, because the spin indexer is only horizontal. It can't be horizontal vertical. Furthermore, the spin indexers, I've never seen one that allows you to be able to put a chuck on it. And the spin indexers don't have the quick release, call it closer, and you know. So anyways, this is one of the two main pieces that I wanted. The other was a phase 2 rotary table that was in a wooden box, and when I got there I found out that the wooden case it was in was the original packing crate, and it appears that the thing was new old stock. I actually sold that almost immediately, and so I don't have that here. So right now I'll be showing you some video of it or some photos of it that I had, so you can get an idea of what it looked like. So again, just a rotary table. It was a horizontal vertical model, phase 2, and like I said, it looked like it was brand new in the box. So I was able to give somebody a really good deal on that locally, and they came right up and picked it up. So that was 2 of the items that I saw. And then there were 2 additional items that I didn't even know existed until I got there. The first of which is this chuck. It's a 3-jaw chuck. It's got some little, areas of surface rust here and there. I think that might even be from using it in a coolant environment. And the name on this chuck is Kitagawa, made in Japan. Now, I know that unlike a lot of Asian imports, Japanese machinery and machinist tools tend to be of pretty good quality, so I figured this might be a pretty good chuck. Well, I now know that what this is what is known as a Kitagawa hydraulic chuck. I have no idea whether or not it works and how it works, but apparently this is supposed to be on like a CNC lathe, and I guess the jaws are supposed to be hydraulically actuated to open and close for quick loading and unloading or feeding of bar stock or whatever. And these darn things are pretty expensive. This particular one is a B208. I looked this up online and I was quite shocked at how much it was new. Of course, that doesn't mean much value as far as use, because again, I can't even test this. And the fourth item is this nice Kurt 6-inch DX6 crossover vise. So I have a Kurt angle lock vise that I use on my milling machine, and this is actually the newer series, the crossover, the DX6 crossover. But I will probably sell this vise and just keep my angle lock. And again, it appears to be in pretty good shape. And then there were the freebies. First up is these two big plates of aluminum. They have a ton of holes in them, many of them threaded, many not. So they got a kind of a Swiss cheese deal going on them. This side's got some machining done on it. If nothing else, it's scrap. This larger one might be a little bit more usable. But again, they were free, so no sense in leaving them. And then there were these three items here. Let's start with these blocks right here. These blocks, I don't know what they are. They might be aluminum, and I might just not be able to tell because of the fact that they are pretty heavy, so it's kind of fooling me. But I think that might be just because they're so darn thick. And they're pretty large, and that's the smaller of the two. You can see the other one, even bigger. That looks like it's about 18 inches square. It's got these holes machined into it. Again, they were free. And then there was this thing, which I don't know what to make of it. So we've got a almost like a waffle iron type of pattern to this thing. It looks like it was made to be held down to maybe a T-slot table or something. So I was wondering whether or not this was for collecting coolant, you know, maybe on like a pallet type system on a CNC or something. I don't know. And it's got this fitting. Got some hose, and on the end we've got quick disconnect. But I don't know whether or not that's supposed to be fluid, or could it be gas? Could this be some sort of a purge type of plate that's supposed to, like maybe if you're welding a, you know, if you're doing TIG welding operation or something like that on a piece. I don't know. Interestingly enough, it almost appears like the only area that has any holes that pass through into the hollow center where this fitting would be pumping fluid or gas into are these 6 holes here, which all have O-rings, and then there's an O-ring around the outside here, almost like something was attached down to this to seal it. So I don't know what that is. Might be just scrap metal. Okay, everybody, that's going to bring this video to a close. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button and share the video. And hit the like button, too. What the heck? Hit them all. Probably going to throw a couple more picks in here, and then I will feature a pick in a couple of weeks. That will be when I return to this location and pick a few other items. But until then, take care.